Death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish. It was their farewell message as they signed off. And now, I wish that for you. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you all very much.
All right, here we go. Fam on three. I'll see you guys next week. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! See you guys next week.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for tuning in. I see that a few of you are jumping in. We didn't really expect a big audience for this stream. This stream is really just here for people to go back and watch. I know it's the work day. Some people are at school. Some people are working. But we wanted to take this time out. DanceSpire turned 5 last month, which we're super, super excited about. We have so many new developments happening. And so we just wanted to share what are we up to? You know, how can it be helpful for you guys? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to take you guys, we're going to do 3 things today. I'm going to walk you through a really quick presentation to kind of show you what we're doing, what we're up to, what we're hoping to accomplish as a DanceSpire team. I'm then going to share with you 2 new services and products we have. The first one is the DanceSpire Collective. What does that mean for us and what does that mean for you? And then we're going to share the DanceSpire Connect, which is a new thing we're rolling out for businesses. So nonetheless, I'm going to share the screen. Hopefully you guys are still there with me. Give me some time. This is my first time operating this. I think this is going to work. I think we're going to be good. So if you can see my screen, this is a little bit about me and our contact information. I'm going to keep this moving though. Here we are. So if you can still see this, this brings up our mission, right? Our mission is to make dance education accessible to all via mobile or computer by removing the barriers of 3 things: high cost, high time commitment, and lack of information. Again, if you're in the dance world, you know that, when you're young, your parents have to make a certain amount of money for you to enjoy dance, right? And then even if you do have that, it's a really, really high time commitment. And then even if you want to get into dance, you have that commitment, there's a lot of lack of information, right? There's a lot of fragmentations in the dance community. And so we want to kind of help, we're bridging that gap with the public. So we're going to keep it going. At the end of the day, when DanceSpire is done with its job, right, what would we love the world to look like? We would love to see a world where dance is accessible and revered as organized sports. There's a lot of kids out there. There's a lot of young adults. There's a lot of, people in college who use sports as a mechanism to develop themselves as a person, to learn discipline, to get college scholarships. We feel that dance could serve as that same opportunity. But dance, again, is only accessible to a certain amount of people. And so we want to figure out how we can help change that, right? We're going to keep moving. So there's 3 opportunities, right? When it comes to, there's 3 dance problems, right? The barrier of money, the barrier of age, right? Even if you have the money, once you get of age, once you graduate college, you quickly find out that there's not a lot of places to dance. And lastly, even if you want to dance once you graduate college, unless you live in LA or a city that has a booming entertainment industry, those opportunities don't trickle over to dancers. So those are the 3 barriers that we're dealing with at Grand Rapids that we're hoping to deal with, right? And so here's the 2 opportunities, right? The opportunity of technology. When it comes down to it, the people who want to find you can find you. So we want to use technology, right? And then this is a later one that's coming through that we've just jumped on this board, having data-centric solutions to help us roll out products faster. So back in the day, when Marcus was running dance classes here in Grand Rapids, we used to have to just put on this whole dance event and hope people show up, right? We don't know who's going to show up, but we hope they're going to show up. Well, now you have Amazon, and Amazon can recommend to you a book, right? Amazon says, based on this data, based on the previous things you've done, we think you might enjoy this book. And so right now, DanceSpire is building out a platform where we're going to be able to do the same thing. We're going to be able to roll out products and solutions for dancers and dance organizations based on data. So we know that we're confident that we're making some of the right decisions. And we know that this isn't a really huge guess and just a very good hunch on our end, right? We're going to keep it moving. The value of the DanceSpire experience, right? So this is our value proposition, right? The thing that makes us different than most organizations is that culture is a priority and results are a choice. Usually when you walk into a dance studio, a dance organization, how well you dance is the number one question everybody wants to ask. How good are you, right? And unfortunately, just by, human nature, based on how good you are, it creates a social dynamic. Our goal is to, if we're going to make this accessible to everybody, we want to kind of take away that social dynamic. And so our focus is on culture. When you come in, as long as you have this idea that you're here to have fun, you're here to grow, that's totally fine. So the people who are there who want to get better, that can be a personal choice. So the culture is going to be a collective choice when you work with us. The results are just personal choices. So that means that everybody can come to one class. We've done this with Drop In Wednesday for the last 5 years, where everybody's in there for different results, but the culture is the same. And so therefore it makes it work. And because we found this, we think that that's really going to make it, that's going to really give us the opportunity to make this more bigger, right? So let's talk about that, right? Culture is a priority. What does that mean? Culture is a very loaded word. Let's talk about the DanceSpire magic. We believe that we're playing a different game than most regional dance companies. When you look at dance routines, when you look at dance companies, there's kind of a status game going on, right? We're looking at who's the best player, who's the LeBron James, who's the Patrick Mahomes, if you get any of those references, right? If you play, hockey, it would be, Wayne Gretzky. If you're playing soccer, it would be, Ronaldo, right? Or Messi. We believe we're playing a wealth creation game, right? We're trying to build the best program. So again, we're not trying to build LeBron James. We're trying to build the Golden State Warriors that even the most talented LeBron James cannot be. Even if you're the most, talented Patrick Mahomes, we're trying to build the Buccaneers with Patrick Mahomes can't be. Again, this isn't necessarily a competition. We're not saying we're beating somebody. What we are saying is that we're building a program that will outlive the founder, right? Will outlive me. I would love to see 5 to 10 years down the road that even though Devondre is not in front of the classes, there's still weekly drop-in classes going. There's still dance programs that will help dancers who want to become professionals, who want to connect with dance studios easily, allow them to develop that talent and build out those solutions. So that's what we believe is the magic of DanceSpire. What's our model? We have a service subscription-based model, right? The things that we do, we have in-person classes, we have online dance classes, and we actually do dance services as well. How do we do this? We do it through a marketing channel of content, social, email, and targeted ads. And lastly, the cost that we have associated with our model is mainly with content production and service operations, along with the technology, hardware, and software, and the people who also run behind the scenes as well. Here's the last thing I'll share, because this is important to know. How do we make money? Well, we have a weekly low margin loss leader that produces high quality experiences and content. Our current opportunity right now is our local memberships and our online subscriptions. And lastly, you're about to hear the next 2 moves. The future of us is collaborative partnerships to deliver dance talent solutions, which is our future. So I'm going to bring it back to our presentation really quick. The question is, let's remove this. The question is, what's our next step? In 2020, we started off in January, and we had a huge plan. We thought we were about to make it happen. And Corona and Governor Whitmer said, shut it down. And when we shut it down in March, we went back to the drawing boards. Because our plan was messed up, we went straight into live streaming. You saw us live streaming our classes every single week. Live streaming pushed us into this idea, okay, how do we take this and make it video-based? We built out a platform called DanceSpire Studios. Once we built out DanceSpire Studios, we have implemented that into all of our classes. All of our classes outside of drop-in Wednesdays are now curriculum-based. So there's no class that you can take with DanceSpire that is not curriculum-based. This is the infrastructure to making sure that we have a program that's lasting, that every time you walk into any type of DanceSpire class, you're getting some of the same material, just the same way you would with ballet, or even if you're training, at Enterprise, if you work for a different company, you're gonna have that same training, okay? So let's talk about what we're doing next. There's two things I want to talk to you about. The first one, I want to talk about dancers. So I'm going to share my screen again. I want to bring this up for you guys. Give me 2 seconds. I am going to share screen, and we are going to pull up. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. I have to be the cameraman and I have to be the presenter today. So anyway, hopefully you guys can see this. Right now, you're looking at our new development platform for dancers, right? So we call this the DanceSpire Wealth Creation. Again, if you saw our previous presentation, the reason why we call it wealth creation is because it's a virtual signal to other dancers that come into our space that we're not here to play the social game. This is not about Diavandre. This is not about the best dancer on the floor. This is about building a program. And so wealth creation means that we all are cooperating to serve our own interests, yeah? So let's walk through development for dancers. The first stage of development is, hey, you just want to try it when you're ready, right? So we have our weekly advanced drop-in class open to everyone. That's our drop-in Wednesdays. That's what you see us do every Wednesday. Let's say you want to take it a little bit step further, right? You want to, develop a little bit more. You're more interested. You want to apply a little bit more commitment. We have our 10-week curriculum-based program for adults and kids. If you haven't seen those are our community classes that we now have over at Fun Spot over in Kentwood. Let's say you want to take it even more interesting, right? Or even more commitment. You're interested in performing. You're interested in being around dancers who dance at a high level. You really want to get better. Then you can join the DanceSpire family. That's our 10-month training program for aspiring artists, okay? And the last stage, and this is the newest part, which is the DanceSpire Collective. During our COVID session, we sat down and we were like, hey, we've seen a lot of movements in the dance community on trying to build up dancers, but in my mind, they have all either faded away or failed because there was a missing link. And the missing link is DanceSpire Collective. Let me explain. I think without DanceSpire having the DanceSpire Collective, what that is essentially a university giving you a degree and not holding a job fair. DanceSpire Collective is our way of holding a job fair while also training. This is our 12-month professional development program where we partner with you and you help us build out our DanceSpire Connect, and we help you build out your own idea, right? So the more the merrier. You help us build out our idea, we're helping you build out your idea. We already have the first cohort coming through the DanceSpire Collective right now. They will be graduating in September. So we're actually looking to roll out DanceSpire Connect now in order to start working with organizations, universities, schools, different programs to build out dance programs for these graduates of the DanceSpire Collective. So let me recap again. There's 3 things you can do when it comes to developing yourself as a dancer with DanceSpire. You can take classes with us. You can become family with us, and you can collectively build. Now, remember, culture is the priority. The result is your choice. If the result is just taking classes, cool. We have something for that. If the result is you want to just dance around other dancers at a high level and have fun, and your day job is a banker, your day job is a nurse or something like that, cool. You can become family. Or if you're really interested in traveling or teaching drop-in Wednesday or, doing something at a high level with some studios or dance programs around Grand Rapids, you can collectively build. So that's our presentation on the development for dancers. If you have questions about this program, drop it in the comments. And then when I'm at the end of this presentation in another 5 minutes, I'll try to check out questions, guys. So that's the DanceSpire Wealth Creation Development for Dancers. I'm going to take this off my screen and I'm going to bring in a different one because now we're going to talk about our support for organizations. I just want to make sure that you guys can see this. Hopefully I'm not talking too fast. Let me pause and see comments. We see Rob say clapping hands. Liana just gave us a hands up. Thank you so much, you guys. All right, so we're going to finish this presentation. The DanceSpire Collective is our way of launching support for organizations. I'll tell you why and how we think this is a good idea after I share with you. So If you're ever trying to get talent for projects or organizations out here in West Michigan, it's kind of a clunky process. You got to know who a dancer is. You got to figure out, how do I get in touch with them? You don't really know how to price it. It's a very inefficient market when it comes to dancers. Nobody really knows how to price their goods and services, and we want to make that a little bit more efficient process so dancers can have more jobs. If we can create more jobs for dancers, that means we can have more money flowing into the dance community. We have more money flowing into the dance community, we have more opportunities flowing for dancers, right? So here's how we plan to do that for organizations. If they're looking for dance talent for a performance or a video, we have one-time projects, right? If you're looking for a substitute teacher, right? If these are studios who need someone to fill in for their instructor last minute, maybe they got COVID, maybe they just can't make it, we're going to make it available for you to get a substitute teacher within 4 hours of your class starting. So same day turnaround. So we're really trying to use technology to deliver a high level solution as fast as possible and as affordable as possible. If you're looking for a dance teacher, let's say you're not looking for a substitute, or maybe you enjoyed the substitute and you're looking to hire a dance instructor for your studio or your dance program, right? Whether you're in a Kentwood after school program, you're the city of Grand Rapids, you're the art museum that's over here in Grand Rapids, or you're a dance studio, we're going to be able to provide that dance teacher for you through our DanceSpire Collective program. Lastly, if you're looking for a managing partner, right, you can use our expertise, right? We've been in the community deeply for 5 years plus. You can use our curriculum, which is a development of our experience within the field, and our teachers who work with us to help you manage your dance program. So there's so many different levels of engagement for organizations to get all of their talent solutions met. And we call this the DanceSpire. Oh, it says DanceSpire Collective. That's so wrong. This is supposed to be called the DanceSpire Connect. So let me recap for you guys. If you're an organization out there watching, one time, random or consistent partnerships are all available via DanceSpire. We will be rolling out in detail exactly how we want you to do this. We're going to be rolling out some advertisement, but the product is almost done. It's going to be dancespireconnect.com. So that's our way that we plan to support dancers, right? Drop-in Wednesdays, community classes, DanceSpire family, and the collective. And that's also our way of supporting organizations, whether it's a one-time project, you're looking for a sub, you want a dance teacher, or you want a managing partner. So all of these things that I just showed is our latest 2 ways that we are rolling out in order to support the dancers and the cities, the companies within the city of Grand Rapids. I'm going to pause. That was a lot. I know that was a lot for you guys. I tried to give you a mission and vision statement of where we are, kind of what has happened in 2020 and where exactly are we going and what's the 2 programs we're going with. Let me wrap it up a little bit. Why am I so energetic? Why am I so excited? Why am I so optimistic? I'll tell you this, when you look at Q1, right? Q1 is very, very important because COVID. When you look at our Q1 numbers, let me give you a few statistics because this is not just a feeling. We have sold out 92% of all of our classes with drop-in Wednesdays this year. That means only one class we have not sold out yet. So all the classes we've hosted, we've sold out almost all of them. Number 2, the classes for the month of April, we're almost sold out and we haven't even been 1 week into this month of April. Number 3, our revenue for Q1, we're projected to get back to pre-COVID numbers by the end of this year, which means that we're going to get back to the way we were operating before COVID within 1 year. That is an amazing statistic. It's taking companies a lot of companies are having a very difficult time trying to navigate COVID in a post-COVID world where vaccines are getting rolled out. So including COVID, including technology, including our numbers within the first 3 months of this year, all the numbers tell us that we're doing something right. You can even look at our Google My Business numbers. We started off with maybe around 600 to 700 when you were looking at our numbers back in January. When you look at March and when you look at April, our numbers are now around 50. They're about 12 to 1,300. We've doubled the amount of people who's connecting with our brand based on what they're looking for. And so based on our numbers of attention, based on our numbers of revenue and our numbers of engagement in sales and in social, there's clear indicators that we're taking this somewhere, right? We're having conversations right now with Start Garden. We're having conversations with a few other organizations because this tech part is going to be a very key part to our success. And they love what we're doing. They're excited with what we're doing, and they're excited that we're bringing something new, something fresh, and something valuable, economically valuable to the arts community. And so that's where we are, guys. That's what DanceSpire is up to. That's what we're excited about. That's why I'm sleeping, but I'm not sleeping like, a ton. Like I get a good 7 hours per day, but every single moment I'm up, I'm awake and I'm thinking about how can we build out a better community for our dancers. So I would love to take some questions. I see we got a few people on here watching. Let me know. I see we have a few on Facebook. We have a few on YouTube. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Tell me something that stood out to you or something that, you're curious about. I would love to hear some feedback really quick. Give me some feedback, guys.
Death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. And that is as it should be, because death is very likely the single best invention of life. It's life's change agent. It clears out the old to make way for the new. Right now, the new is you. But someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Stay hungry, stay foolish. It was their farewell message as they signed off. And now, I wish that for you. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Thank you all very much.
All right, here we go. Fam on 3. I'll see you guys next week. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! See you guys next week, man.
All right, guys. So that was our family recap. I asked about questions. I don't see any questions popping up. But I will say, Kate, thanks for, tuning in. Liana, thanks for jumping in. Rob, I appreciate you so much for being a right-hand man. That's all we got. We're going to leave this video up for another 48 to 72 hours. You guys can always come back and play this. It's been a pleasure. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Tonight, we have Drop-In Wednesday sold out. We have Jasper coming in from Wisconsin and myself teaching. So, I'm super excited, guys. I have so much optimism for our community. So we'll talk again soon. Take care. See you guys.